only at 50. No, this is a tribute. In a tribute for someone's birthday, you have to go down memory lane, talk about nostalgia, celebrate Sourav. And that's why we decided to come to Lords on behalf of RevSportz. All of us are here. All of us are here. We decided to team up, come to Lords, because Sourav and Lords, 1996 100, 2002 NatWest, multiple times playing here, creating his mark, scripting his legacy, making himself immortal. This is the cricket ground that made the folk, the legend of Sourav Ganguly. Each time I've come here with him, and we have done many events together. We've commentated together. We've worked together. I've obviously watched him multiple times, written about him. There are personal memories in and around this stadium. Let's talk about many such memories. The first story that I have to talk to you about is 2014, a very personal story. Sourav, Nasir Hussain and I were doing a show soon after India had beaten England thanks to that Ishant Sharma 7 for 70. Now Nasir had come out, we were stationed for the show, 3 p.m. England time. The show was to go on air and no Sourav. He was coming out with Nasir from the commentary box and we kept looking, so where is Sourav? Nasir in fact asked, should I go and fetch him? He said no, because then how does the show happen? Halfway into the show, yes halfway, Sourav comes out with 2 cones of ice cream, literally like this. And we're like, where were you? He said, oh, you know what, I was actually buying the 2 cones of ice cream because I wanted to feed the 2 of you celebrating India's win. And that's in the middle of the show, right next to the Lord's cricket ground. How do you forget? And that show went viral because Sourav Ganguly feeding Nasir Hussain ice cream in the middle of the show. That same day, this is my story number 2. That same day, we had continued for about an hour. And anyone who knows broadcast knows the live unit was running out of battery. So we were getting a little panicky and anxious. So where do we charge our battery? What happens? And all of a sudden, Sourav tells me, don't worry about it. Continue. I'll sort this out. So just on my left here, this is the Grace Gate, right at the entrance of Lords. On my left here, if you turn left, is the Wellington Hospital. And on the other side of it are some restaurants. Sourav goes into one of the restaurants. I don't know what he said. All of a sudden, he's calling us. I'm like, what happened? He said, come in. So I see Sourav has gone and obviously introduced himself as a former India captain. Everyone knows him. He has agreed to pose for photographs with everybody in the restaurant. In return, they would allow us to charge our battery. And we continued with the rest of the show right there. Story number 3. Right behind me, on my left, is the Danubius Hotel. And Sachin Tendulkar and I would shoot all our shows just opposite the Danubius Hotel in the park. So Sourav, one of the days, he was not working. He was just here, in his new house. He was actually at that point in time, the house had not come up. He'd not bought it yet. So he said, what are you doing? He said, Sachin and I are shooting there. He said, we are shooting with Sachin. And he comes there right through the show. Trust you me, I was a silent spectator before and after. It was cricket talk of the highest quality between 2 of the greatest that has played for India, Sourav and Sachin, in that park. And anyone who came there, they obliged with photographs, they obliged with autographs. My final story, 2014 again. My daughter was 3 months old at that point in time, 3 months. And India had played the first test in Nottingham, and we had driven to London, or rather were in the process of driving to London to come here, because the second test was here at the Lord's cricket ground. So while we were waiting at the Nottingham hotel lobby, Sourav saw my wife and I sitting with the little Aisha and said, so how are you going? And like, we've hired a car, we'll go. He said, no way, I'm going to drive and you have to come with me. And like, no way can we embarrass you and it's an obligation. He said, absolutely not. So we came together, and trust me, we came here to the St. John's Wood tube station because I was to go to West Hampstead. He parked his car right in front of the St. John's Wood tube station and put the blinkers on, walked us down, held my suitcase because Aisha was here, held the 2 suitcases till the train came, put us on the train and then left. These are personal memories, absolute personal memories. On my right, if Devashish can pan the camera, is the Lord's Tavern. We've had many meals there, many meals. We've done hundreds of shows there. So all I will say is, Sourav Ganguly, this stadium made you a legend. At 50, there's plenty to go. Your second innings is well and truly on. As the board president, you've got a lot to contribute. Go well, be happy, stay blessed, stay healthy. RevSportz will forever celebrate you for who you are. Stay the way you are. Thank you very much for watching.